So if you need an extra 10 minutes, whatever you need, okay?
All right. Thank you, Jim. I'm very happy and honored to introduce Steve Ingram, our governor-elect of Indiana District. He's from Valparaiso Noon Club, which has 177 members, and it's the #1 club in terms of membership in Indiana. And for your information, we are 106, and number 6 in Indiana. The Indiana district will celebrate 100th anniversary next year, and the district convention will be held in Indy. And we will also celebrate our partnership with Riley Hospital at the convention. Now, he contacted me in February that he heard from current Governor David Dixon that we are very good at throwing 100th anniversary party. So he is here today to talk about his vision of celebration and get feedbacks from experienced 100th anniversary party throwers.
Taka, thank you. Holding the mic, I don't know if I'm going to be able to talk and hold the mic at the same time. I have a tendency to do this sort of thing. Does this work? No, it doesn't work? Okay. Thank you for having me here. After hearing Audrey speak, she's a tough act to follow, so I hope I don't disappoint. I saw Riley Bucket. Here's for the piano player. I felt like I need to put a tip in his jar there. You know, I've been to a lot of Kiwanis meetings, and I have never ever sang Home on the Range. Well, this is the first, guys. What a fantastic club you have. You know, you ought to give yourself a round of applause. What a positive experience being here. And, you know, if I was a new person walking in here looking for a club to serve in, you know, boys, I'd sign on the dotted line immediately. So congratulations, guys. You guys are great. If you give Governor Dave 15 minutes, how long do I have?
Until 10 after.
10 after? All right, I better fold this in half then. I'll stop when I get to the middle. I don't have a canned speech for every club I go to. I kind of, you know, think about it the couple days before, and then Taka kind of gave me the lead in saying we want to talk about my year as governor, and especially leading up to the convention, which will be, I got the dates here somewhere. I'll find it sometime. It's next August 2018, but we'll be in Indianapolis. So we'll get that on the calendars for everybody. You guys are going to help make that a party. We're going to do a celebration. All right. Get some of the business out of the way. Again, I'm Steve Ingram. I'm from the Valpo Noon Club. We have 2 clubs in Valpo. We have a morning club with about 60 educators in it. And then the Noon Club, which is 177 members. You know, you guys are in 6th place. I'd love to see you challenge us for 1st place. That would be one of my greatest goals. Are you guys excited as I am that Taka is going to be my lieutenant governor? I got that email or phone call and it was just like, yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. I just got back from the International Convention in Paris. It was attended by roughly 2,000 people. Paris, what a beautiful city if you haven't been there, and if you have been there, what a gorgeous, gorgeous city. Probably one of my favorite things I took away from just the convention part of it, they had Ruby Bridges there. She took the service award from Kiwanis. And I don't know if you remember your history. Ruby Bridges was the 6-year-old black child that desegregated the schools in New Orleans. Norman Rockwell made a famous painting of her, you know, going up the schoolhouse steps with the marshals next to us. But she got the award. She was an outstanding speaker. What I thought was really cool, they also gave another award to the teacher that relocated from Boston because they could not get anybody in New Orleans. She relocated New Orleans from Boston and taught Ruby all by herself in a classroom for that year. And they've become, you know, they're friends for life, of course. And so that was a neat part of the convention. That's my highlight of that convention. My year, starting up here. It'll start unofficially in Muncie, August 18th and 20th of this next month. I got to say that 4 times during my speech. So August 18th and 20th, Muncie Decon. See, I just did it twice for you. You didn't even realize it. A couple things I want to do in my year. I would like a 10% increase in membership on every club. We're at a crossroads with membership. It's getting very, very difficult to meet our commitments. We have commitments to Riley Hospital. We have commitments, your local commitments to your boys clubs, your Ys, whatever you're giving your money to and your service to. We have to increase membership. It has to happen. Last few governors have laid tremendous groundwork for me to get this done. I just have to get it done. And boy, if every club was like you guys, we'd be on autopilot to get it done. You guys are amazing. My other focus is Riley Hospital, to reacquaint everyone with Riley Hospital. How many people have been to Riley? Yeah, good showing. Yeah. The second day of the 2018 convention in Indianapolis, we're actually, I'm going to get ahead of, I take all these notes, I write these speeches, then I ignore them. The second day of the convention, we're going to end up at Riley Hospital for a cookout. When you've been to Riley Hospital and you go to the parking garage and you park, across from that is Ball Park. We're going to have a cookout there and invite Kiwanis, invite their spouses, invite their children, their grandchildren, our key clubs, our key leaders. We're going to bring the Kiwanis family together. We're going to invite the staff from the hospital, patients that can make it down. So that's going to be a cookout that day. And why I'm talking about the Riley, in case I get bored. Come on. Whenever I'm giving a speech and there's that awkward pause, it probably means I told a joke. And that was one of those awkward pauses. I want as many people to bring me a 2x4. The real ones are going to be 8 foot tall though. I want everybody to bring me one of these when they come to Riley Hospital. On it, I would like at least a $50 bill stapled to it. This is going to be my fundraiser for Riley, not just what we normally give Riley Hospital. This is going to be in addition to. We're not going to have a raffle. We're not going to have a gala. You guys are going to bring me 2x4s, 8 foot long. And then what are we going to do with those 2x4s? Habitat for Humanity will be there that day to load the 2x4s up. Hopefully I'm going to try and get 2 houses, enough 2x4s out of 2 houses. And as you bring these 2x4s to me, please make sure you put good wishes. Anybody ever done a Habitat build? Good.
Not really. A friend of mine did for me.
I was the chairman of the Habitat chapter in Valpo, and everybody would always write on the 2x4s just good wishes and prayers and this sort of thing. So when you bring your 2x4, make sure they're decorated for me. Make sure there's money on there, and so that'll be part of the Saturday event. Now maybe I'll go back to my speech here and. Yeah, when I got elected, I didn't realize it was the 100th anniversary of the state, and just then all of a sudden it just kind of hit you. What an important milestone that is for us. So my year is going to be based on looking back at what we've accomplished, but it has to also be looking forward. What we promised folks, what we've are yet to do. So we have to look to the past and definitely look to the future. My year then culminates, and we'll go back to the convention again, because this is where I need your help, I need your feedback. It's going to start, I need to get these dates. I think it's the 17th of November. I think it starts, there it is. August 17th, 18th, and 19th. August 17th is a Friday. We'll start Friday evening. I'm going to knock on wood on all this stuff because it's still real early. We're going to start Friday evening at the Children's Museum at 5 p.m. We have the Children's Museum is going to be a Kiwanis only event. We have it from 5 to 8 o'clock. So that's why I want your family there. That's why I want your grandchildren there and your kids, the key clubs and the Circle Ks. We'll have the museum to ourselves. And that's the only event we have for Friday. And then Saturday we'll have our traditional opening of the convention with the guest speaker to be announced. And then we're off to Riley Hospital for the cookout. And then Sunday will be more of a traditional convention sort of functions going on. What TACA's getting into, all my lieutenant governors, all my divisions are going to be in a race all year. I love auto racing, so I've themed my year around everybody having a race. There's going to be laps awarded for membership increases for your division, keeping your pledge to eliminate, donating to Riley Hospital, and donating to the Indiana Foundation, those sort of things. So he's going to be racking up laps all year, and hopefully your division wins. And at that point, there's going to be a nice prize awarded. You're going to get a real nice prize if you win, and then you're immediately going to give that prize away. So I'll let you know what that is in a couple weeks. But hopefully it's going to be a fun year. I think with folks like you and Taka in charge, it will be. And the first conversation I had with Taka, he gave me just the most fantastic idea immediately. It was like, let's have every club have a special project just for Riley Hospital. Let's do something special for Riley Hospital above and beyond what we normally do. And I'm getting some ideas from Riley Hospital, what that idea, what those projects look like. We don't want to inundate Riley Hospital with something they can't use or something like that. So we'll get some feedback from Riley Hospital on projects we can do. So that'll be coming also here soon. And then I thought I'd just leave this open for questions. Anybody have questions about what's Kiwanis up to? What's Indiana Kiwanis, Kiwanis International? You got to help me out here. Yep.
So when you were at the convention, and there's always a big debate about and it didn't pass, about remote voting.
Yeah.
So how did it go this year?
It didn't go well if you wanted remote voting. I think there was a lot more, you mind if I walk? There was a lot more good discussion about it and a lot more debate. I think as we become younger and younger in Kiwanis, and especially looking at your club, you have a lot of young people here, it's becoming more important. I think it's not just getting the remote voting, it's making sure people log on, listen to the candidates, read the amendments, and those sort of things. I think it's going to come. It certainly has feels like the momentum, but it didn't pass this year.
Just explain a little bit about what that is for the membership here.
For new members, and every year at the International Convention, we vote on new amendments, we vote on changes, and that sort of thing. And one of the amendments that just keeps coming back and coming back is the ability, if you're not in Paris, to be able to vote for a candidate or to be able to vote for an amendment. As it stands now, you need to be present and there to be counted. So I think the momentum's there that one of these days we'll be able to log on to the computer, be able to listen to the speeches, read the bios, read the amendments and this sort of thing and vote. I don't know if we'll see it in the immediate 1 or 2 years, but I think it will come. There was some real good debate on it. Any other questions on Kiwanis and that sort of thing?
You said that next year is the district's 200th year.
100 year.
100 years, excuse me.
No.
What's the date? I mean, like Lafayette had the date that they were chartered, I guess, when you did yours. When was?
Oh, I don't
Indiana
know the exact date.
chartered?
That's a good point. Yeah, that's a real good point, and I'll find that out and I'll get you the date on that. I always thought it just as the 100th year. And that's also, there's so much to talk about for a year, and so I kind of get off track sometimes, so forgive me for that. It's also getting into our 100th year with, getting close to our 100th year with Riley Children's Hospital. Hard to believe in it. We were there before they put the first shovel in the ground. So we want to be with them all the way through on it. Yes?
You mentioned you're going to have a good number of goals for the organizations and for the different lieutenant governors to support as they do laps. Are those goals going to be online where we can review those and look at them? And will there be an opportunity for giving online to support the lieutenant governors?
Oh, that's good. I like the giving part of that. And yes, they will be available online. Sorry if this goes down on me. It will be online. We're just finalizing what those laps look like this week, and by Monday we'll be ready, and then Taka will get a copy.
It's much easier to go online and pay for it with a credit card.
Yeah.
Contribute that way.
Or give me cash.
Well, we'll make sure the club gets credit.
That is good. And we're trying to rework the Indiana website. When you go on there to donate now, the only thing it will let you do at the present time is route a check, pay directly. It's difficult to pay with a credit card on the Indiana site, so we're fixing that, so we'll be able to make a donation with a credit card and that sort of thing. And it's just a couple percentage points to be able to do that, but I think it'll be a big improvement. I'm also a Key Leader Chair. For our new members, do we know what Key Leader is? Key Leader is our service weekend that we give high school students. It takes place this coming November 3rd, 4th, and 5th, I think, whatever that first weekend in November is. We take high school students. They do not have to belong to Key Club. They can be just, a regular student in the high school. And we send them to a service camp. Starts on Friday. It's at Camp Tecumseh. Probably everybody here knows what Camp Tecumseh is. Just an amazing Y camp. The kids come together Friday evening and spend the weekend through Sunday at noon in kind of a situation with, not locked in, I hate to use that word, doesn't sound well, but in a controlled environment where they bring in a professional facilitator to lead the kids through a structured class on service and giving back to the community, giving back to their family, and taking care of themselves, respecting themselves and others. So that's coming up. I don't know if you guys send kids to Key Leader Camp or not.
We're working on one.
Okay.
Mike is working on it.
Okay, we have our scholar. The cost of the camp is $250 for a non-Key Club member. It's $225 for a Key Clubber. But for this will be our third year we've been able to get scholarships. We get a scholarship from Kiwanis International, and we also get a scholarship from Indiana Foundation. Where's my wood at? I got to knock on that one. I got to ask for that money in a couple weeks. So hopefully we'll get that scholarship also. And so we're trying to get the cost of the camp down to about $100 per student. And then that's where the clubs kick in. If you have $500 in your Key Leader fund, you can send 5 kids to camp, which is pretty cool. Especially Lafayette, such an easy drive. Crawfordsville wouldn't be too far, would it?
No, we've sent some kids
Yeah.
up there before.
And the kids come away, it's absolutely amazing. They'll come together 4 or 5 of them from the same school, and they're immediately kind of put into different neighborhoods. They don't sit with their friends, you kind of break that up. And within, it feels like 30 minutes, these kids are all just fast friends and just working together on a project and doing a good team building activity. It's pretty neat. And then by Sunday at noon when they all leave, they're all crying and getting Facebook friends and all this kind of stuff. So I love Key Leader. It's a neat program that we offer students. I kind of call it my gift to the students. Yeah.
So this isn't on the state level, but this is for the Valparaiso Club. That's a pretty significant membership. What is, and for a town that isn't really big in population, what do you think the key is to having 177 members in a town that size?
I think you guys got the key in your pocket. You come here and I feel so welcome, and it feels like my club here when I come here. We don't sing like you guys though. Actually, I don't know what it is. It's like you check the box when you become a member. I can't sing. Okay, that's me. But you guys are great. And I think it's just a welcoming sort of thing. I was at a club, and I'm not going to tell you where, a month or so ago. It was a smaller club, maybe 20, 25 people sitting there. And 2 members got into kind of almost this verbal altercation during the meeting. It's just like, if I was a guest there, you'd never see me again. But here, if I was a guest here, you'd see me next week, and I'd be getting my check at that time. There's no secret. You invite people. You invite your friends. Don't invite them as members. Invite them as guests. Come and check us out and all we do, and hear what we do. God, what a positive group you are. Perhaps I put you guys in a bottle and take you around all over the state. I saw some hands.
2 questions. Are Circle K at Key Club going to have a role in under celebration? And secondly, you mentioned the individual club projects for Riley. Are you talking about a fundraising project to go toward a single major donation from Kiwanis District? Or are you talking about 110 individual little project to donate something physical?
I'm going to leave a little bit of that up to the clubs. We're going to put recommendations out for what Riley needs and say, you do this, or maybe you have a different, you know, you see it another way and you have just a major fundraiser that year for Riley Hospital. Riley Hospital, I don't know if I even talked about this. Riley Hospital, of course, will be open that day for us. We'll be taking tours. We'll be taking a look again at the Riley Comfort Card. Does everybody know what the Riley Comfort Card is? Yeah, that's Kiwanis member walking around that hospital every day handing out shampoos to the families that got called in the middle of the night and couldn't pack. And just giving them comfort, toothbrushes and that sort of thing. We'll be taking we'll have a display of the adaptive bike, where Kiwanis sponsors adaptive bikes for kids that can't ride traditional bicycles. Those will be on display. Again, it's just trying for me to get reacquaint everybody back with Riley Hospital and kind of, you know, firm our pledge, I guess, to take care of them for the next 100 years. Did I answer both questions?
Circle K.
Oh, Circle K and
Key Club.
Key Club, yes. I hope to have them involved. Actually, where the party is at the Riley Hospital on Saturday, that's actually the Campus IUPUI, and that's a strong Circle K club there. Circle K is different because they do their years. We get half their year, and then halfway through my year, the governor changes. So it's kind of hard sometimes to coordinate with them a year out because you got a whole new administration in 6 months. So yes, yeah, I want them involved. I want them there.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve.